Now is the screen visible?
Visible, sir.
Right. Today we will start two-port networks and some more problems on transients in the coming classes. Okay. Within 4 days, I'll complete the syllabus within 4 to 5 days. Later, complete one day, we'll solve the problems in network theorems and transients. Okay. We solved almost one or two problems per the case, but end of the sessions, end of the day, after 4 or 5 days, we'll solve complete problems on two problems on DC transients, two problems on AC transients, and one or two problems on each theorem, so that we can conclude all these things. Right. We'll start the two-port networks today. What is a two-port network? A pair of terminals at which signal may enter or leave from the network is called the two-port networks. When network is having one pair of terminals, then it is called the single-port network. Okay. Single-port network means only one port. Two-port means two ports will be there. For example, if you consider motor and generator for electrical people, so you might have seen in your basic electrical engineering only one port terminals. Two pair of terminals, then it is called the transformer, input and output, then it will called as the two-port network. Okay, in the two-port network, so what are the types of the parameters? We have the Z parameters, which are called as open circuit parameters, Y parameters, which are called as short circuit parameters, H parameters, hybrid parameters means combination of these two, and G parameters, which are inverse hybrid parameters. And ABCD is not in your syllabus, that is for electrical people. Okay, coming to the Z parameters. What is Z parameter? So if a two-port network, let you want to represent a two-port network like this. Okay, right. This V11 is equal to, or V1 is equal to Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2. What do you mean by V1 is equal to Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2? See, Z parameters means in terms of Z. V is equal to I into Z, right? V is equal to I into Z. Let me consider for V1. V1 is equal to some Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2. Coming to V2. V2 is equal to Z21 into I1 plus Z22 into I2. So to remember easily this type of equations, if you want to remember very easily and comfortably, what you can do, you can form a matrix. This is a V1 and V2. On the other side, I1 and I2. The matrix is Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22. You can form a 2 by 2 matrix with the Z parameters Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22, and a column matrix of V1, V2 and a column matrix of I1 and I2. In fact, if you go for matrix multiplication and all such rules also, it obeys. Okay. So in the dependent variable and independent variable. So what do you mean by dependent variable and what do you mean by independent variable? Your V1 and V2 are the dependent variable and I1 and I2 are the independent variable. Why this V1 and V2 are dependent variable? Because this V1 and V2 depends upon the Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. Here I1 and I2 are the independent. Okay. And your V1 and all this combination finally gives you the V1, the combination of Z and I. So your I1 and I2 are the independent variables and V1 and V2 are dependent variables. Right. Now we will come to what is Z11, what is Z12, what is Z21, what is Z22. Right. See, in order to find out these parameters, okay, we'll go to the equation number 1 here. Okay, this first equation, V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. So in order to find out Z11, Z11 is equal to V1 I1 provided this I2 is equal to 0. Okay. Okay, provided Z11 is equal to V1 by I1 provided your I2 is equal to 0. What do you mean by I2 is equal to 0? Secondary terminal is open circuited. See, I1 is on the primary side, I2 is on the secondary side. Okay, I1 means the front side or the primary side, I2 means on the secondary side. If I2 is equal to 0, secondary is open circuited. Next, if you want to find out Z12, Z12 is equal to V1 by I2 provided your I1 is equal to 0. Okay, Z12 is equal to V1 by I2 provided your I1 is equal to 0. What do you mean by I1 is equal to 0? Your primary side, it is open circuited. The primary side it is open circuited. Similarly, if you want to calculate Z21 is equal to V2 by I1 provided your I2 is equal to 0. I2 is equal to 0 means secondary open. Similarly, Z22 is equal to V2 by I2 provided your I1 is equal to 0. What do you mean by? You have to make I1 is equal to 0, then you can find out this. What do you mean by I1 is equal to 0? I1 is equal to 0 means primary side it is open circuited. Okay. So that is the reason why the beginning Z parameters are also called as open circuit parameters. Now do you understand why these called as open circuited parameters? Because in order to find out your Z11 or Z12, Z21 or Z22, any Z parameter, we have to open either side, either on the primary side, either on the secondary side. To find out Z11, you have to open the secondary. In order to find out Z22, you have to open the primary. Okay. Z11 means secondary should be open. Z22 means primary should be open. Z12 means primary should be open. Z21 means secondary should be open. So anyhow, we have to open the circuit on the either side in order to find out these parameters. So that is the reason these particular parameters are called as open circuit parameters. You should not forget. Okay. V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. V2 is equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. So here you can form a matrix of Z11, Z12, the first row, Z21 and Z22 in the second row. That is a Z matrix. So in order to find each element in that particular matrix, you have to follow this procedure. So finally, we are calling them as Z parameters or impedance parameters or open circuit parameters. Now it is justified, right? We'll go to the next parameters. Okay. So with this, we can find out, we'll just construct an equivalent circuit. See, this is your V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. Similarly, this is V2. This is Z22 I2 plus Z21 I1. We can call it as Z11 is open circuit input impedance, Z21 is forward transfer impedance, your Z12 is the reverse. Why forward reverse? Forward reverse means V1 by I1 both are one components. Okay, open circuit input impedance. Sorry, now right. Right. Z11 is V1 by I1. So we can call it as open circuit input impedance. Z22 is V2 by I2. Both are on the secondary side. So output side. This is input side. V1 by I1 means input side. So it is open circuit input impedance. Z22 means open circuit output impedance. V2 by I2. And Z21 is V2 by I1 forward transfer impedance. And Z12 is reverse to it. So reverse transfer impedance. We can call with the similar terminology also. Next is Y parameters. Right. Y parameters means same two port networks. V means Z into I. I means Y into V. Just simply, if you can inverse your Z parameters, you can get Y parameters. That is Z11, Z12, Z21, and Z22, which is a Z parameter matrix. If you inverse it, you will get Y parameters matrix, or otherwise the conventionally will follow. The conventionally your I1 is equal to Y11 into V1 plus Y12 into V2. So similar to your Z parameters, there V11, Z11 into I1 and Z12 into I2. In the place of I, you have to replace V. In the place of V, you have to replace I. In the place of Y, you have to replace with Z. Everything is same. The place of Y11, Z11 will be there. In the place of Y21, Z21. So similarly, everything will be the same. Right. So same steps. So previously we are calculating V1, but here we will calculating I1. The same thing will be there. Right. What is Y11? Y11 is I1 by V1 provided your V2 is equal to 0. Y12 is I1 by V2. That means you have to make your V1 as 0. Next, Y21 as I2 by V1. At the time you have to make your V2 is equal to 0. Y22 is I2 by V2. At the time you have to make your V1 is equal to 0. So what do you mean by this? Okay, what do you mean by this? Your Z parameters are impedance parameters, and here your Y parameters are admittance parameters. Z parameters are impedance parameters and your Y parameters are admittance parameters and short circuit parameters. Why short circuit? Because in the previous case I1 is equal to 0, I2 is equal to 0. It will be like that. Either you have to make open on the primary side or secondary side. I1 and I2 0 means. So here you have to make V1 as 0 or V2 as 0. Similar to the previous one, their I1 is 0 and I2 is 0. That means we have to open either primary or secondary, either input or output. So here also V1 is equal to 0 means primary or input side you have to make a short circuit. Why? Because voltage is 0 means it's a short circuit. Current is 0 means it's an open circuit. Right? So V1 is equal to 0 means primary side or input side it is a short circuit. V2 is equal to 0 means secondary side or output side it is short circuit. So that is the reason why we are calling them as admittance parameters, Y parameters or short circuit parameters. Simple reason. Same to the previous one. Their impedance are Z or open circuit parameters. Here admittance or short circuit or Y parameters. That's it. So their impedance means your both are in series. If you deal with the impedance parameters, admittance parameters, both should be parallel. That you have to construct that equivalent circuit. Okay, your I2 and I1 is equal to Y11 into V1 plus Y12 into V2. Current you have to add means KCL. You have to connect them in the parallel. The voltage side, if you have to add them means you have to keep in the series. The same thing. Here we are applying KCL, there we are applying KVL. That's it. Same short circuit input impedance, forward transfer admittance, short circuit output admittance, and reverse transfer. So same thing. Right. Your impedance parameters are over and your admittance parameters are over. Okay. That means open circuit and short circuit parameters are over. Next thing as hybrid parameters. What do you mean by hybrid parameters? The name itself is suggesting that, okay, the name itself is suggesting that hybrid means combination. Okay, the name itself is suggesting that hybrid means combination. Hybrid means combination. So it is a combination of voltage and current. Okay, it's a combination of voltage and current. Always it should not be a V1 by I1 or I1 by V1, something like that. It may be of mixed combination, which is called as hybrid combination. You can call them, nowadays we are calling as hybrid vehicles. What do you mean by hybrid vehicles? The combination of conventional and renewables or hybrid vehicles. The hybrid means the mixing. So here we can write the parameters, one in terms of V and one in terms of I. V1 is equal to H11 I1 plus H21 V2 and I2 is equal to H21 I1 plus H22 V2. Right? So your matrix of hybrid parameters as H11, H21, sorry, H11 and H12, H21 and H22. So here parameters are I1, V2. So here parameters are V1, I2. That's it. So if you want to find out your H11, V1 by I1 provided your V2 is equal to 0. H21 means H21 means I2 by V1. Next, that time you have to make your V2 is equal to 0. H12 means V1 by V2. H22 means I2 by V2. You have to make I1 is equal to 0. So what do you understand? At one instant you are making voltage is 0. At one instant you are making current is 0. Two instants, right? At once voltage may be 0. At once current may be 0. Generally in the Z parameters, only we have to make the open. Y parameters, only we have to make short. But here the Short circuit you have to make, open circuit that you have to make. Voltage is 0 means that we are making short. Current is equal to 0 means that we are making open. So this is the combination of these two. So I1 is equal to, your V1 is equal to H11 I1 plus H12 V2. Your V2 is equal to H22 I2 plus H21 I1. That is the equivalent circuit. At one side, it's a series connected. At another side, if you are speaking about I2 here, okay, you're speaking about I2 means the parallel combination. Z parameters reverse to your H parameters. There V1 and I2, here I1 and V2. Okay, just replace that. And G11 V1 plus G12 V2. Here V2 is equal to G21 V1 plus G22 I2. Similar to that, you can construct the equivalent circuit as your V1 is equal to, here I1 is equal to G11 V1 plus G12 I2, and your V2, here it is series connected means it speaks about voltage. Voltage V2 is equal to G22 I2 plus G21 V1. That is the combination. Of course, ABCD parameters are not required for you. It's not there in the syllabus. So similar to that. So this is about, these are the 4 parameters that we are having. Your impedance parameters, admittance parameters, hybrid parameters, inverse hybrid parameters. These are the 4 type of parameters that we are having. So based upon that, we can solve the equivalent circuits. Sometimes in the competitive exams, they use it to ask, they will give a network, calculate Y21 or Y12 or entire admittance parameters and make it a matrix, admittance matrix, impedance matrix. So like that, any of such question, okay, any of such question that they can ask, okay. So finally, we are having the syllabus Z parameters, Y parameters, hybrid parameters, and inverse hybrid parameters, and problems based on them. Okay, problems based on them. Just you are having symmetrical, unsymmetrical, T-type, Pi-type. Okay, so all such combinations we'll just see here, and tomorrow we can solve a problem lattice network. This type of networks are called as lattice networks. We have seen the T-type, Pi-type, bridge type. Okay, equivalent impedance parameters, admittance parameters. Of course, in the competitive examination point of view, these derivations are not required, but the problems based on. What do you mean by cascade? Cascade means combination, one to the next one. We'll connect like this. Cascade network. Okay. So before proceeding to the next class, I'll tell you the magnetically coupled circuits, concept of magnetically coupled circuits, and how this, okay, for this type of a network they use it to give, and we need to solve. Of course, we'll see in the next class. So I will tell even the concept of mutual inductance, self-inductance, coefficient of coupling, and all these concepts. And afterwards, we'll proceed. Okay, combination of these 2-port networks to the magnetically coupled circuits and problems of the combination nature, the combined nature, we will see, and we can solve some of the problems like this. Okay, they will give the problems like this based upon Z parameters, Y parameters, H parameters, and G parameters. We will solve. So of course here the transients problems also mixed, but a pure 2-port networks problems. So this type of 2-port networks problems will solve in the next class based on the dependent sources, based on the independent sources, how to calculate any of the parameters, maybe in terms of Z or in terms of Y or H or G. These 4 parameters are there in your syllabus. So the combined problem. So tomorrow before starting the session, First, I will discuss about the magnetically coupled circuits. Why? Because in some problems, we can combine two-port networks. The magnetically coupled circuits is almost, it can resemble your two-port networks. So let me finish even that concept of magnetically coupled circuits. Okay. Later we'll solve some problems on this one. In the future, after 1 or 2 classes, we'll go to the network functions. Network synthesis will go to the later. Okay. If you have any doubts and issues related to this class, let me, or any other class, any other network theory or circuit theory related concepts, you can ask. I'm just stopping the recording, but you can ask me the questions.